Okay, I want to show you a couple of things here before we actually try some of the things that you suggested, because I'm getting some very erratic and unpredictable bad behavior, especially with the studio instrument collection and the MPK Mini IV keyboard, which I now have plugged in via a USB cable right into my Mac Mini. So you can see my microphone is being picked up here. I have currently just selected a sound, the substomp.adg, which I have up here, the first track. And I wanted to just demonstrate that this is working. So I'm going to just play some notes. And I'm going to twist the filter cutoff knob on the MPK Mini IV. And you can see it's moving. Okay, so that appears to be working fine. Now, I want to quickly show you something in the preferences before we get to the studio instrument collection. In the preferences, you'll see that under the MIDI configuration, line 3 and line 4 are both active. The line 3 is set up the way you told me. So it's set to the MIDI port for input and the MIDI port for output. Line 4 is also for the MPK Mini IV. That is set to DAW for the input and DIN for the output. Now the thing is, I never told it to do anything with line 4. Line 4 had none set across the board. But once I unplugged and plugged the MPK Mini IV, back in via its USB cable, it automatically sets line 4 the way that you see here. You wanted me to set the sync on the MPK Mini IV's DAW port to on, so I checked that. And so I can turn this off if I want or on. I honestly can't say that I'm seeing any real difference. I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to accomplish, but I'll leave it checked the way you suggested. So again, I'm twisting the knob. Look, now I'm twisting the knob on the filter cutoff. It's not doing anything. I'm pressing the plug-in DAW button on the MPK Mini IV, and nothing's happening. I'll unplug the MPK Mini IV, and then I'll plug it back in via its USB cable. And now the plug-in DAW button on the MPK Mini IV is working again. And it's playing. So apparently, when I turned this off and back on, now it's working. You see? It's inconsistent. It doesn't appear to make any difference one way or the other. Now, let me close out of that. Okay, that's working. And the plug-in DAW button on the MPK Mini IV is toggling correctly. And the filter cutoff, it's doing something different now. When I twist the knob all the way to the left, it goes to maximum. When I twist the button to the right, it goes to minimum, but nowhere in between. What about the punch adjustment? They're acting like switches now. I think they're all doing that. They are. Okay, I don't know why that's happening. Let me go back here, uncheck that, close this window. I'm still getting the same switch-like behavior for the knobs. Let me unplug and plug back in via USB on the MPK Mini IV. Okay. Oh, I see. When the plug-in DAW button is white, it's acting like a switch as far as the knobs are concerned. When it's red, it gives me fine control. So that apparently isn't connected to that sync button recommendation you gave me. It's still working. What was that all about? Okay, one of the other things that I noticed, and I'm just kind of throwing this out because I just noticed it, is that on the MPK Mini 4, the left and right, or plus and minus buttons, just below the big knob that's under the LCD, when in red mode, that's supposed to control the volume and the pan for this channel, but it doesn't. If I shift and press the big knob on the MPK Mini 4, now it does. So it's a little confusing the way that works. I mean, shouldn't the plug-in DAW button just make that toggle for you? Like right now I'm in the white mode on the plug-in DAW button, and it's acting like a switch on the filter cutoff. And in red, it's acting like a fine tune. I'm just a little confused, and this is very counterintuitive, the way that the MPK Mini 4 is behaving here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch from a sample sound. I'm going to go down to the plugins. I'm sorry, where is it? Oh, I think it's doing that. Okay. I'm going to go down under Akai Professional. I'm going to I'll choose this one first, not the one with the number 3 in it. Okay. Now, the plug-in DAW button is currently red. I'm going to press it so it's white. So that's supposed to control plug-in parameters, right? I'm twisting the knob on the MPK Mini 4 for the cutoff, and it's not doing a damn thing. Let's switch to red and do it. Still not doing a damn thing. If I tap a note here, it plays. If I do it on the keyboard, it stays on. The MPK Mini 4 is stuck, like a sustain pedal is being pressed. Again, now I'm using the version that has the number 3 in it here. So let's press a note here first. That's fine. Twist the knobs. It's not doing anything to the cutoff value here. I'm going to press a note on the MPK Mini IV, and it's stuck on. So this is a problem. One problem is that whatever seems to work is inconsistent. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. Like the notes being stuck in the on position, that sometimes happens. It's not happening right now in this session, but sometimes the notes will play okay, and other times they won't play at all, or they'll play but be stuck in the on position with the studio instrument collection. If I am just choosing another sound at random, just pick that one. That's working. The plug-in DAW button is red, and this is working. When I change the plug-in DAW button to white, it acts like a switch. Go back to red, and it's got fine control again. So there's a number of issues with the MPK Mini IV, which seem to be, some of them just have to do with it doesn't behave the way, intuitively you think it should. Like you really shouldn't have to use shift and press the master dial in order to switch between the behavior of the knobs. It should normally, I would think, when it's in red mode, it should control the DAW's volume. Okay, I guess I'm beating a dead horse here. I just wanted to try and cover all the bases, and I'll try and edit this video so that it's not quite so long.